Hi, welcome to my second pick a card layout here. So if you want to, just go ahead and take a look at one of these piles, either the white horse, the feather fan, or the perfume bottle, and kind of focus on that for a minute, and then I'll be back here with your time-stamped readings for you. This is for the realm of the heart, for love after the eclipse that we just went through. So let's see what's in store for us for love. Thank you. I'll be right back. Hi, pile one. With this perfume bottle, this is your pile for what you can look forward to in terms of love. So I kind of used another person's method. This is from Nordic Light Tarot. She does pick a pile readings as well and kind of selects without seeing ahead of time, just to kind of save time on the video itself. And so I borrowed that method from her. So I shuffled all these decks and pulled these cards ahead of time. I haven't seen them. This is your love message for post-eclipse here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and shuffle these. And I also kind of liked how she laid out slowly, and that's what I did the last time I did this layout. But I think what I might try to do right now is, well, I don't know. We'll just see what happens here. So what can you look forward to in love, pile one? You came closer than anyone. So somebody, I mean, this is stating the obvious, but somebody feels that if they were ever going to be with a lover or with someone or really give their heart away, it would be to you. You came closer than anyone. I feel some sadness around this, like maybe this person has given up or felt for some reason they had to let you go. And they're kind of coming through here wanting you to understand that it wasn't without meaning for them as well, that you truly did come closer to anyone than anyone to kind of being trusted with their heart or taking some type of action in terms of, you know, being in a solid relationship, right? You came closer than anyone. You can trust that. That's not somebody shining you on, right? This is, hang on here, I gotta make sure I'm in the right plane of my camera. I've got a little one person set up here in my small home, so I gotta make sure I'm not putting cards off the viewer. So you came closer than anyone, and you can trust this. So the message for you right off the bat is that you have not been wrong about this person's feelings for you. You can trust that it was meaningful for them too. Whatever way that you have come together with this person in the past, maybe ahead of this total solar eclipse, you are not wrong. You're not crazy. You haven't been reading into this. You haven't been assuming that someone has feelings for you that actually doesn't. This is a confirmation for you that you can trust that this person feels for you and feels deeply for you. Whether that's heading anywhere, we'll see. But it seems like one of the most important things for you to understand right out of the gate is that you haven't been wrong. You haven't been following an illusion. You haven't been lying to yourself. You haven't been wishful thinking about this partner or this love person to you. You are right, and you can trust that they feel the same way as you. What else? Truth be told. So let's see here. It seems to me, this is card number 14, so that might have some meaning for you. This came in the reverse, and Colette Baron Reed has reversal interpretations for her cards. I'm not going to do a lot of reading from the book on these pick a card readings right now, because I'm going to try to also use the imagery and scrying and rely somewhat on what I know about her cards already. And the fact that this came in the reverse shows me that I don't think this person was honest with you about their feelings. I think that either they kept their feelings to themselves. When you see this heart opening of this owl here and this mask, this reading is revealing to you that the mask is off. This person, they may not be saying this to you yet in the physical, but they haven't, or were not honest with you, or were withholding about how they truly felt. You can trust this. Again, it's not to say yet, we don't know yet where this is going, But this person was behaving in a way of not revealing the truth to you. They were keeping this window closed, right? They were not letting you in on what was happening in here. They were wearing a mask. And what's interesting is the recent Obsidian Mirror session I just did, masks were a huge theme. In fact, it was the biggest theme, I would say, one of the biggest that came through that reading were masks and the uses of masks, ceremonially, historically, socially. And in this case, that's coming through to me that this person was wearing a mask. It may have been a mask like of stoicism or of like not flat affect, but of poker face that's coming through. Like the mask was sort of this poker face, non-revelatory way of being with you. It's really coming through strong, though, here, that this person wasn't telling you the truth about their feelings. Sorry, I'm suddenly noticing all the little, like, cat hair and stuff on my little tablecloth here. So the Eight of Pentacles shows me that this person has been working towards something. They've been working in kind of a diligent way and in a cautious way. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of being willing to work carefully and cautiously towards your goals, keeping your head down and working. You're not out there being flashy. You're not out there conquering the world or taking things on like the King of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles. You know, it's not anything like that. This is about you being humble and working quietly and diligently towards your goals. And then the Wolf card here, this came up in the last layout. Pick a card as well. This wolf energy could be representing the dynamic between you, or it could be representing this person kind of being in a lone wolf status and working quietly on their own goals for now. We'll get more information as more cards are laid out here, but it may be that you have been in a dynamic with this person. An interesting dynamic about wolves is that they can operate independently, but they also rely on and prefer to be in a pack. And they're a cooperative hunting alpha apex predator. So this is showing me that you are both learning how to be in your own energy, and then when it's time to come together and be a part of a unified pack, working together. This might not be a time where you're, and in fact, I'm seeing that it's not a time where you're in union or harmonious communication with this person, and it's gotten you to the point where you thought, I think everything I must have thought about this was wrong, because this person has never made a move. They've never indicated in any way that they have it. It's all been kind of this intuitive experience for you. And this lone wolf energy or status here with this wolf howling, it's been painful for both of you, is the sense I have. This person might have been doing some healing work in their heart. They might have been struggling to know who they can trust in life. They might have been feeling very alone. They might be going through a healing process, and this eclipse has cleared away some of the pain. Let's see. Yeah, wow. So the Eight of Pentacles immediately followed by the Nine of Pentacles shows me exactly what we just said about this wolf energy. You are learning how to be okay on your own, generating your own food, resources, survival, safety. I'm picturing you like being a successful hunter and then going and sleeping in your den at night as a lone wolf. You've got everything you need. The only thing missing is your pack. You are solid on your own. You're capable. You're an apex, right? You're an alpha. You're okay on your own. You're doing well on your own. You're willing to just keep yourself in a work mode, working for your own goals, and you're succeeding in that. This other person may also be succeeding in that, because this is a really shared energy I'm feeling. You may not realize this, but this person is working hard on themselves like you are. And this is coming through here in a harmonious way for you, where you may be in two lone wolf kinds of experiences, preparing to come back together, right? That's what I'm feeling here. This is not going to be for you if this doesn't feel like it's connecting already. So a lot of times card readers have to say that, and I'm no exception. This isn't for you if this isn't already resonating. It's probably not your reading. the seeker, 44. So fours are big here. 8, 2 4s, 4 1, right? This person has been in a pure state of trying to seek what it is for their life that they need. Where do they need to be speaking their truth? Where do they need to be making changes in their life so that they are seeking and in alignment with what's most important to them? Being a seeker is someone who's, a spiritual person, a seeker of truth. They might be somebody that studies the sciences or is into the esoteric or looking deeply within and doing shadow work from a psychological perspective. They're really going deep, this person is, and they're really exploring their heart. What's coming through is that you have no idea. You have no idea that this person is doing this work. You are also in an energy of being successful on your own, being a lone wolf, being a seeker of your own healing and your own truth. I have the sense that you were very open and honest with this person. And I don't necessarily have the sense that they gave you that in return. They may have stayed quiet. They may not have known. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm not feeling this to be like a two-way throat chakras open and communicating. But in any case, you're meant to know this, that this person hasn't been totally forthcoming with you. Yeah, they are thinking about the past. They are reflecting on this, and so are you. You're both reflecting and mirroring one another in terms of thinking back on your relationship and the dynamic between you. And the eclipse has been helpful to both of you for doing this. It's kind of brought in clear vision and cleared away shadow about what was true and not true in this dynamic. This is showing me the arrow, like Cupid's arrow, running through the heart of this dynamic. And I don't know if you can see it here, but this is an energetic imbalance between you. This isn't necessarily wrong. It's just that there's been an energy investment imbalance. Like here's a lot of energy, possibly even blocked energy. This is really striking me as a pelvis and a penetration of masculine and feminine here. But it's been a little bit like this energy shows me slightly that it might have been engulfed here by this other energy. So that shows me the imbalance that was happening, where maybe this person felt a little bit engulfed in the beginning by the connection and by the depth of their feeling. It might have felt overwhelming to them. This also could be you, that you might have been kind of in a chasing dynamic or really you may have been really ready, like, oh my God, I've never felt like this before, and this other person is not so sure. But regardless, this is showing me a harmonious coming together, and with this penetration running through this and this pelvic imagery here. To me, this is speaking to like the sacral chakra and the ways that these energies are currently playing out or unfolding. This has something to do with vision. I see eyes. There's like vision having to be clarified here. There's also a lot of natural world. Like this is striking me as two birds. This is also striking me as like a skull that you might find out in nature. Something to do with nature here and sight. You might be learning how to work with the natural elements to improve your third eye vision. You may also be learning how to work with animal spirits and how to work with ancestral spirits in order to bring about your own healing and independence. You might be calling on your ancestors. You might be calling on and seeking your true community and your true pack. And you've been doing a lot of work with the nature. Green has been coming through a lot in the obsidian mirror as well. This green here of these leaves. This green has something to do with spring, birds, bird song, and sight. So you are working in harmony with nature, maybe as a lone wolf right now, to kind of find your path and find your healing and find your stability. And you may have had some real sorrow. I'm picking that up in here, with this kind of cloudiness to the red of the passion. It was mixed with a lot of sadness. There might have been wounds that you both had to heal. Like I could see, I just kind of got this image of like, and they've studied this in primates and in wolves, where the leadership of the apex wolf or the alpha wolf in the pack, or the lead kind of leader primate in a group of primates, their style impacts the joy and happiness and contentment of their pack. And so if an alpha wolf is really aggressive and violent, the wolf pack itself is often more stressed and on edge. And they've studied this, animal behavioralists. That's coming through here in some way, that there might have been, at one time you were in a pack that wasn't the right climate for you. Like it might have been a little bit too hostile or too uncertain. There might have been too much fear around the apex or the alpha leader in your group in the past. That's coming through for some reason. Or it could be like your family system. There might have been some fear or an abuser in your family system that you've been working actively to, or that the other person has been working actively to heal. Wow. So I don't know really how to read this card right here, other than this is 10 degrees of Scorpio and Saturn is being represented. So where Saturn is in your chart probably has something to do with, you may be going through a Saturn return, or you may be having some, there's wherever Saturn is in your chart might have work for you here. But in addition to what we're talking about with Scorpio here, there's also this sort of night sky. And then this circle around the Saturn itself strikes me as I always pronounce this incorrectly, but the Ouroboros, the kind of infinity snake devouring itself. So this is a completion of a cycle. And it may very well be that you're in a Saturn return, which is a completion of a cycle, right? But this also could just be the cycle for something that happened whatever house Saturn is in your chart. There's a completion happening. You don't have to know your chart. The completion is coming through for you, whether you know where Saturn is in your chart or not. And you are in tune to that. You seem to feel an awareness that there's a completion happening here, and that the key for you is to be moving forward on your own path, finding your own stability, healing through your own practices, right? Not so much worrying or fretting about this person anymore, even though they clearly have a special place in your heart with the Six of Cups, right? Yeah, look at this. I just turned this on its side and it's a little bit hovering here. I see new imagery. So there is this kind of pelvic penetration image, but there's also like a lot of hovering sentinel vigilant energy. So you may have also been so impacted by this love that it became having an impact on you of being hyper vigilant because you were afraid of losing it. And then the result was this person felt a little bit engulfed, possibly. You were not necessarily in harmonized energy when you came together, but it catalyzed something for both of you into really examining. You have not realized, I don't think, though, how deeply this person has also gone into the process. And I hope that's encouraging for you to know. Oh, wow, look at this. Look at what is happening. You are graduating. You've really, look at how gorgeous. Like, you are not that worried about this person. With this card coming through, this is a really big, you're not worried. What I'm seeing here is that this person has now become worried about losing you because you have detached. Look at this royal purple. You're in harmony with working with the elements here with elderflower, oak flower. That's a royal ivy. This is, you might have Celtic ancestry with this triquetra here. This is really, you are in a harmonized balance where you are very solid and empowered and healed already from your willingness to work with these plants and to just get right in your own value and your own sovereignty and your own regality. And again, with this green, you're really connected to the plant world here. This is something that's been critical for your healing and your grounding, and it's really coming through here. I mean, this deck is about plants and their uses in magic, but regardless, the plant world has been emphasized here in other cards as well. You can trust that the work that you're doing is bringing you into alignment regardless of what this person is doing. And you seem at peace. You're not worried. You've got your crown on, but you're not showing it off. You're just in a zen place where you've embraced your relationship to the unseen. You've embraced your own relationship to power. You've embraced your relationship to nature and healing and to completion of cycles and to going within. I don't see a lot of death here, but my sense is that you went through a kind of a spiritual death, having to let go of this person, and this is you having come out the other side. You may have gone through a dark night of the soul where you really were howling at the moon in loneliness at times, but look now, your heart chakra is wide open, your chest is forward in that kind of confident, empowered, my heart is open way. I'm celebrated and protected by my guides, by the plants, and by my fate. I know what my fate is, and I know I'm on my way there. It's really, really gorgeous. That is just beautiful. And here's this final message for you, Pile 1. This person is in sorrow about the fact that you had a severed experience with them. They might still be back here a little bit. You've come through the hard part for yourself. They might still be working on letting go of some of the sorrow that they feel about the relationship. I'm actually going to pull, even though I told myself I wasn't going to do this, I'm going to pull one more card. Is there anything else we should know about this person's perspective? They're really struggling. They're in a sad place about you and about the relationship. They feel guilty. They feel maybe upset that they never let you in on this, how much they care about you. I don't know. Let's see. This person, yeah, they're really in a conflicted place. They feel really torn up about wishing they had been forthcoming, is what I'm wishing they had opened up. Is there anything for you to do? Is there any advice for you before we end this? You are solid. You don't have anything to worry about here. You've followed your own path, tried to transmute the sorrow of this and move forward in your own healing. Is there any advice? Just keep doing your work. It's not going to reveal a lot about whether this person's... Is this person going to reach out? They're currently going through their healing. So I'm going to stop trying to push for more information about the other person. And you've done that already. This is a love reading. It's really coming through that it's not about them. They're in the depths of their healing process right now. You're doing your work to just keep going on your own path. They are conflicted and in a chaotic place where they're still trying to sort this out. Who is their pack? Who can they trust? They're feeling badly and really missing you, and conflicted. So the message is for you to not, there's nothing for you to do. This person has to go through this. That's what's coming through. So I hope that's helpful to you. And I'll see you in the next pick a card layout. It feels a little incomplete to me. I just got to say, but it's because of this. I think it's because this person is still sorting out the imbalance that happened. But the Six of Cups is a balanced state. So just your impulse to keep focusing on yourself is correct, because this person's got to finish their own work and it's not for you to do. They need to face these feelings, right? So thank you so much, Pile 1, and good luck to you. You're well on your way, doing great work. You are not crazy for thinking that there was something really profound with this person. They're really conflicted about how maybe they missed the mark with you. So thank you, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Pile 2. So you chose this little feather fan. And this is, again, a message about what's happening for you currently in love through the recent eclipse. And like a page I subscribe to, Nordic Light Tarot, I use the method that she also used in her pick a card readings. This is her style that I've kind of decided I like. And that is to have pulled and shuffled and set my intentions for these cards ahead of the reading. And I haven't seen any of these cards. I just did that to kind of save time in the video itself. And now I'm shuffling these. Oops, and here's the flyer. So this is clearly the first message. Mother and child is coming through for you in a flyer card. So this love reading has something specifically to do with mother and child relationships for you. It could be you and your mother. It could be the mother of your child. You could be the mother, and this is about you and your child. So let's see. It's going to be the center of this reading, though, is the mother and child relationship and mother and child love, unconditional love of a parent and a child. So someone is in an experience of regret, and this is a similar energy to pile 1, where the person in question was feeling remorseful that they didn't let you in on their feelings. And here there's something similar going on about someone deceiving you or not having let you in on all of the information. I don't know if this is a mother to you, a mother figure, or if I'm not sure yet, because I had set an intention for this layout to be around love and romance. And so a mother wound, or the mother of your child, there's been maybe some conflict for you. I don't know. Let's just pull more energy here. Healing is the name of this card. So you might be healing a mother wound is what's coming through. The healing plants that are reflected here are rose, St. John's wort, lemon balm, echinacea, salt, eucalyptus. So very cleansing, healing, restorative plants. Also plants to help soothe the hurting heart. Grief is captured here. But it's healing grief through these types of nervines, right? And plants that are known to help soothe the wounds of the heart and sorrows, right? So this is a nice element here with this regret being expressed. That is part of the healing, is it sounds like there's apologies either already happening or coming through that are helping you to heal here around this love relationship. So you've had to go within in order to find this healing. And the mountains might be a part of your healing. Hermits are known to go into a cave and meditate, and then people will often go to them to learn about the wisdom that they've obtained through that kind of deprivation type meditation. You really went within, and I'm sensing that you may have pushed away the dynamic of this relationship that hurt you to the point that you really went deep into hermit mode. It's been good for you, but it's been hard is the sense I have. But look at these 2 stars here in the heart. It's brought you clarity and maybe some new spark again as you come out of some sorrowful times. Someone might have, I don't know, I'm not sure who. Yeah. This might have to do with an addiction, because I don't typically read reversals, but a 9 of Cups coming here in reverse along with all this lying and sorrow indicates to me possibly that you've been impacted by addiction, or the mother of your child has been, or you were raised in an addictive home. It's something around healing addiction for you. But again, this is a layout that is referencing romantic love. So something about this mother wound, addiction, going within and maybe even possibly getting onto some type of medication or some way for you to be healing. Here it's plants, but you might not use plants. You might have went to your primary care doctor and said, I'm really struggling and I think I need some medication. Regardless, whatever you're doing, it's helping you. These plants are very much antidepressant, soothing plants. You would use these plants in place of going to a primary care doctor and getting on psychiatric medication. These are plants that have that kind of impact in your world. So somewhere in here, you're healing wounds around addiction and your family of origin. I couldn't let you get close to me. I regret lying to you. So because these wounds were not healed before, this might have been the downfall of this relationship. Either one or both of you have not learned healthy dynamics and love because of your family of origin. And that's not unusual at all. If you grow up in a home that's impacted by addiction, you learn a codependent pattern relative to love. Like, it might be that if I set any boundaries with this person who uses in an addictive manner, they're going to leave me, so I won't set any boundaries. And in fact, maybe I'll look for ways to provide them their substance, right? They can get into really dark territory when codependency is in play around an addiction. And I really feel that coming through here, that it's been a difficult, but you're, again, committed. You're in this red chakra, healing your body, healing your mind, healing your heart from these things. I don't know if this is you that has been in this mode in the past. You might have been in an addiction pattern. And you are the one that's trying to heal from regrets. Let's see here. Is this you, or is this someone who treated you in this way? So this, again, it speaks to a family relationship. This mother and child could be reflected in here like the Holy Trinity. Mother, father and child, or Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and God, right? Like, there's a lot of ways, the Holy Trinity, I mean, that's the word I was looking for. So there's healing, and often when you find your way to healing from an addiction, you surrender to a greater power than yourself, right? That's fairly classic. This could also be some kind of a triangle where there's a child involved, but you've maybe, the parents haven't been faithful. This is tears, tears, tears. I'm seeing a lot of tears here. That's really all that's coming through here. Maybe a little bit of listening. Like, somebody might be going to come through here to tell you something, and you're open to listening, but basically you've really shed a lot of tears over this situation. This has been a very sorrowful experience for you. I'm sorry. I still can't quite get a sense of whether you're trying to make an amends to someone or whether you've been harmed like this. You've cried a lot of tears regardless. So if this is you, that you made some of these mistakes of the past, you're very clearly remorseful and wanting to heal and maybe repair. But if it's the other person, their behavior really impacted you. You've shed a lot of tears over this and really been willing to go within to try to heal in isolation from this pain. This is a good sign for you, this hummingbird. It shows me that the work you've been doing here is paying off. Joy is coming back to you. If it hasn't been present for a while, it's coming back. This hummingbird energy is going to enter your heart space and bring some upliftment that I can tell is much needed. You really need to feel uplifted again. This healing has been a real challenge for you, and you've cried a lot of tears over it. There's a lot of broken heart. There was deception here. There might have been an affair. Someone may, I all of a sudden I just got that, because the Three of Cups can also indicate a third party in a love relationship. Along with this lying and not being able to let someone get close to you, you got really hurt here. You got burned by someone who wasn't ready for you, or who has some mother wounds. Oh my gosh, look at this though, because we've got the hummingbird, milk and honey, and this beautiful image of healing. your emotions and your heartbreak and your sorrows and from having been deceived. This is what's coming for you, is this milk and honey. Look at this little baby elephant, healed under the rainbow, being given everything he needs. He doesn't have to be finding his way on his own anymore. He's being nurtured and cared for with the abundance of life and love and color and harmony and joy again after a really sorrowful time. These colorful cards here are really standing out to me after this sorrow, right? It's been really difficult for you, but you are on your healing path now. The sorrow is not long for you, and it may already be gone. The other person is involved, though, still, and sorrowful, or else it's just showing that you've really overcome a lot. The warrior, exactly. You have had to engage warrior energy to come through the sorrow. This kind of warrior spirit is won and achieved by being willing to do this hard work. I sometimes tell my clients in therapy that being willing to do the healing work and being willing to grieve and allow your system the full time it needs to grieve a loss, it will make you a warrior because you're so much stronger than you ever realized once you've come through the dark night of the soul. That's what I see happening here, and you're already, the door's starting to open back up to you, to joy and healed state, right? After this hermit and betrayal and sadness. Yeah, illusion. This card came up recently, there was an illusion present. This is in these layouts currently, it's been really showing me this jester, court jester, trickster, but in the shadow aspect, right? So not the joyful, happy trickster energy, but the shadow aspect where you accidentally, without intending to, or some other person deceived you and you fell into illusion for a while. And it was a very hard lesson. It's made you a warrior. You've come through it. You've let go. You may have forgiven, whether this person knows that or not. You're not holding any animosity towards them anymore. You've cried your tears and you've let it go. And because of that, you're coming into joy. Yeah, look, this person might come back around. 20 degrees of Taurus is here, and this card speaks to a harmonization of finding your community and doing really amazing creative projects together. So it may be this person coming back, but maybe not. It might be another community that you're going to step into. Taurus has some meaning for you, probably. And again, like I did in Pile 1, I'm going to go ahead and pull another couple cards because for whatever reason, even though I set the intention that these would be complete, they don't quite feel complete. Like I need to pull another card for you or two. Who's the community here coming in? Is there anything that you should know about this person that caused you this sorrow and these tears? Yeah, this King of Cups is really, this is who is feeling this regret. But a King of Cups is known to not necessarily share that. They're feeling it really intensely. They're crying too. But they may not have told you any of this, right? They're really tripped up in their thoughts. They're trying to move to calmer water. So you might hear from this person again. You may end up hearing from them coming in to make an apology to you. But regardless, what's important for you to know is that you're on the right path. There may be a new iteration of this relationship coming back around if this person continues their own healing through their own doubts. They subjected you to some illusion, though, and it's important that you not forget that. It's kind of a warning, too, but they're trying to move to calmer waters. They're not in a place right now, though, of sharing this with you necessarily, but they're a warrior. They're coming through it. But there was a lot of hurt here that would have to be, I have the feeling, would have to be kind of attended to. But no worries for you, right? These are joyful things coming, possibly with this relationship, once this person moves into a calmer place. So I hope that's helpful for you, pile number 2. And the other thing, too, is that you might have chosen this little feather fan for a reason. I made this for a little house doll. This was her smudging fan. And so smudging your home and cleansing the space in your home might help you clear away some of the sorrow and illusion that's still lingering here. So thank you, pile 2, and take good care. Here we are, pile 3. Last but not least, you chose the white horse. This used to keep a little crystal in it, but I ended up using it as an offering somewhere, so there's nothing in there currently. But white horses or horses in general might have something of significance for you. They come up a lot for me in meditation and a couple of my friends as well. So that's ended up being why I bought that little horse figurine. So now I just want to state that I shuffled all these decks and selected these cards ahead of the reading without looking at any of them. And now I'm going to just go ahead and shuffle them again. This is your reading for love, pile 3. What's important for you to know? You're in a period of rest after this eclipse. It's been a fatiguing time for you, and you are aware that you need to rest and that you need to quiet your mind as much as possible. You may have come through a really turbulent time in your relationship or with the person that you feel has your heart, and you've recognized it's important for you at this point just to rest and not try to take any action. Yeah, you're restoring peace with this dove here and this olive branch. You've also got clear vision here in your third eye coming through. And you're about to be born again into a new reality after the eclipse, which isn't surprising. That's what we asked about. You're here in this incubation period in the egg while you take some time out to rest and recover and come into your new form. And you have spiritual support with you, supporting you through this kind of piece of the dove with the olive branch, right? And all these white feathers are often sent to us to let us know that we're being guided or we're on the right path, or that somebody in the spirit world is watching over us. And that's true for you here, because we've got these descending white feathers. So you may have seen white feathers, or you may know that white feathers have significance already. And you're trying to be in this restful incubation period where you're following your inner guidance of your third eye. It's card number 23, so that might have significance for you also. And with this, it's 2, 3, 4, right? 2, 3, 4. I can't stop thinking about you. So the fact that you've come into this place of peace and healing and a calm state has been activating for this other person. So this can happen when you're in a push-pull dynamic with someone where you're maybe chasing each other and then withdrawing from one another. You've gone into a place of, I'm not going to chase. I'm going to withdraw and take care of myself and go into a restful incubation period. And because you've pulled away somewhat to recalibrate your energy back towards yourself, it's catalyzed this person to be thinking heavily about you again. And you might even be feeling that. You might be feeling their energy, and that's why you're trying to maintain your own peace, because you can really feel this person's thoughts heavy on you. Yeah, this person's thinking a lot about you. They're wanting to come forward with either information or an offer. And it's partly, again, like I'm saying, you may be catalyzing this because you have stayed in it. You've now landed in a place of peace and rest and going within, recovering. It's generating this person to come towards you again. And that's true of receptive energy. When you get calm and receptive in your life, gifts start flowing to you through the power of attraction. And this is being manifest here. You're manifesting somebody or something to come towards you with a new opportunity or an offer, or possibly an apology or a message that they can't stop thinking about you, or that they want to connect with you. They want to work with you. And again, here we are with 2, 3, 4. This is a 3, this is a 4, right? So this is, again, these numbers in sequence seem to be significant for you. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, right? There's something about progression that by you letting go here and by having decided to maintain a stasis or a peaceful, calm state where you're just following guidance instead of your own ego and will, this person's going to come through. This person's going to want to, they might even be telling you they want to collaborate with you. That's what I'm guessing here from this Page of Pentacles. And this, we kind of spoke to this already. This card is, what universal story or myth is manifest here? And it's the story of the chase. It's the story of when I'm approaching, you're withdrawing, and when you're withdrawing, I'm approaching. It's the push-pull dynamic of, and it's also the dance. And in French, they describe it as "vive la différence," right? Or I pronounce that probably really terribly, but that's a kind of a gendered saying, but it's sort of long live the difference between men and women, long live the chase, long live the dance. And I don't mean that in a gendered way relationship wise here, but it's coming through maybe with masculine, feminine energy poles, that this dance is something that is universal and it's as old as time. The dance of romance, the dance of I'm going to approach you and now you withdraw and not coy. Now you're coy and I've lost interest, so now you all of a sudden realize you don't want to lose me and you drop the coyness and chase me now. It's just that back and forth. It's the dance of love. It's the dance of a game. That's what's being played out here. And you're in the restful, coy place. Shrewdness, inquisitiveness, mischief, youth, affection, good nature, conceit, self-deception, and immaturity. So there's a little bit of vulnerability possibly to that dance here, where you both might be a little bit vulnerable to playing games with each other. And there's nothing wrong with flirting and playing hard to get, and chasing is a part of biology. But it can get a little bit gamey if we're not careful, because we have a higher wisdom and a higher mind that we have access to. We're not just biologically driven creatures. We have discernment with shrewdness in our minds. So, being smart right now, I think, when this offer comes into you, and being shrewd and wise is going to be helpful, and listening to your spiritual guidance around this relationship. Like when this person comes back in, they might still be in a little bit of that, I'm going to make you an offer, but then I'm going to withdraw it and run away because I want you to chase me, right? There might be a little bit of that, and you don't want to do that now. So that's just kind of coming through a little bit. It's not for everyone, but that's why I think this kind of two faces of this monkey energy is here. Oops, that's not a... Hold on. Sorry, I accidentally pulled a card that's not one of the cards here, and I don't want you to... So I'm going to go ahead and draw. To me, this is coming through as an echo of this monkey. You're being asked to kind of tap into your animal instinct here a little bit. This is also a cat coming through, and the wisdom and third eye of this cat. So you're being asked to be very careful and shrewd and wise, and engage all of your intelligences, not just what you see in front of your face or what you hear from this person telling you. You need to tap into your instincts. Something like a cat and a monkey, they're very mistrustful. They can be communal and be a part of a group and want to be and be cooperative, but they're very choosy and they're very careful. Cats don't just go with whoever, and cats are not like dogs in terms of, you know, if you're mean to a cat, they avoid you. They don't try to earn your love like a dog might, right? So this is you kind of coming into maybe a more mature energy after being a part of this dance that maybe got a little bit immature at times. Now you're trying to tap into a higher wisdom that says, some of this flirtation is fine, but I don't want to stay stuck in this game. I need to know what's going to be, right? This is also something else to pay attention here too, is that these three cards are not major arcana. So this is energy that you can shift in and out of, and even manipulate to your favor somewhat. But you don't want to be manipulative towards anyone, right? You want to be upfront and honest, but you have the power to change dynamic here if you don't necessarily like what's happening, because these are not major players. They're minor arcana. God damn, I love cards, because could this be any more legit? The flirt. This is what's going on for you, Pile 3. There's the game and the dance of love. The flirtation, the chasing, the coyness, all of it is here. It's a universal story as old as time between people. The chase, the thrill, the excitement. This is all really, really positive. But I have a sense that you are also wanting to be smart at this point. You're wanting to get more serious. You don't necessarily want to keep playing. You'd like some things to get a little more serious. You'd like a little bit more peace and not so much uncertainty and whatever. But with this flirtation, it's also, to me, kind of an indication that it's okay to have fun. It's okay to be flirting with this person and like doing a little bit of that come hither type stuff. You just have to watch out that you're not going overboard with it, is kind of what's coming through here. Yeah, look, with this shrewd sword of certainty, this eagle vision, this piercing insight of the Ace of Swords almost. This is where you are. You're in this shrewdness. You've been willing to play and flirt and be lighthearted and be open. But after a certain point, I've picked up on the fact that you're like, I'm not there anymore. Like, if you're wanting to get serious, great. If not, I'm better on my own. You're willing to be in solitude. You don't want to keep having to play a game with this person. You're ready to have something more solid and secure. With this eagle, I mean, that's really coming through. You've got wise insight right now with this eagle spirit here and the sword. You're not messing around. You've also grounded. You've got the stone, these stones here with you. You're grounded in your own solitude. Yeah, 10 of Aries. This is this speaks to me to the solar eclipse. It's brought you into this joyful, abundant, you've escaped out of like the depths here. You've kind of advanced beyond any gaminess, any threats, any acting from places of fear. You've graduated into a place of empowerment, beauty, joy. There's some stuff right on your heels though here, including maybe this partner that you've been in this dance with. Here he comes, right? Just in time. You're breaking away from this monster that's about to get you. And here comes your lover just in time here. I think it's this person. He's going to come swooping back in, and there's going to be another round of like this flirting energy, which is kind of cool. You've been resting and just letting it ride. You're not feeling like you need to scramble around or do anything serious. You're just resting and allowing. That's coming through really clearly, and trusting your guidance from your spirit guides. I replay our conversations over and over. You have got this person spun. This person is really thinking about you. You have done a lot of deep thinking as well and recognized, I want more. I'm ready to move past the fun and games period of my life. I'm ready to be serious and focused. I want love. You're not somebody who's a control freak. You're okay with this person flying in and helping you and rescuing you even a little bit. This is a knight on a winged horse. You're chained here. So you have been your own rescuer though. You're not looking for a traditional role to come in and rescue you. You're very much willing and fine on your own. You have this eagle vision of your spirit too. You don't need someone else to come in and save you. But I have the sense here that you're open to the dance and the game, and you like your feminine, flirtatious energy, and it's really got this person in their thirst. They are really wanting to rush in right now. Yeah. Okay. To me, the feeling immediately coming off of this is very, just to me is the womb here and penetration again. And, this kind of flirtation. This person is like wants to make love to you. That's what's coming through here. This person's kind of thirsty for you and on fire for you, and your kind of magnetism and attraction and willingness to rest and not chase and be in a solid, steady, clear, insightful place yourself. This person is lit for you. They really are wanting you. I'm gonna pull now just another, I think maybe a couple tarot cards to see, is there anything you should know about this? This is what's coming through right here, is just this womb, your womb. Your sex, pretty much, is honestly what this person's thinking about your sex with you. I'm just going to say it, right? They miss it. This is someone you've been with before. This is a sense I have. I don't think you really need any advice because you've recognized you just need to be in stillness, but I'm just gonna, is this person gonna, is there anything else you need to know about the relationship right now? Anything that might be about to happen, or is there anything else you need to know about it? Yeah, this person is in love with you. They're going to come in. You don't want to be in a game anymore, though. You're like, if we're going to do this, let's really do it, right? Like, that's where you're at. This person loves you. They cannot stop thinking about you. They replay your time together. They're fantasizing about you. This is coming through very sexually right now to me, this card. Yeah, they are in their head about you, the Nine of Wands. They're ready to come forward. Anything else? Four of Cups after a time of being blocked. So you don't need to do anything. Your responsibility here is just to continue maintaining your clarity and your peace, and let the other person do the work. That's what because they're the ones that are lit up and being guided to make a move and act towards you. So your advice here is just to allow it to come in. You don't have to do anything here. Maintain your shrewdness, maintain your willingness to stand for yourself and to walk away, right? But it's just great energy for you. Gosh, I'm sorry. I just keep feeling like I want to pull cards from these readings. Page of Swords. So this person might be watching you. The Devil, they're lusting after you, just like we suspected here. The Emperor. This is someone who's serious about you. It's not clear to me when or how, or there's not a lot of fast, like, well, the Nine of Wands here. They can't stop thinking about you. They want to come towards you. They're your stillness is kind of provoking this in them. So you don't need to do anything. Just maintain this kind of regal, still. Let them watch. Let them be drawn to you. Let them do the work. That's the message. You don't have to do anything here. So it's really sexual. So just be careful. Like if you decide to open your body up to this person again, make sure you understand, because you're wanting something more stable and serious. So make sure you know that you're going to try to not be in this flirty dynamic anymore, but you're ready for more seriousness. If you end up indulging this person's lust without necessarily knowing whether they're ready to be serious, I think they are, because here's the Emperor, but you've just got to be shrewd here, right? So I think that's it. I hope you enjoy pile 3. I feel like you got a little bit of a shorter reading, but it's a lot of fast sexual desire coming through here. So not a lot of slow, methodical. You just need to maintain your stillness. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.